All right, everyone. Got head coach Ben Olsen here. Are you good? Yep. Ben, just your thoughts on that result here, 2-0 on the road. Some other dynamics as well.
Yeah, it's a great result for us, and I think we caught them at a good time. They've obviously, it's been an emotional couple weeks for them, and that's probably part of it. But part of it is our group really was up for this match and wanted to respond after a good performance in Toronto that didn't bear fruit, and it was really nice to get 3 points in a very tough place to play against, obviously a very talented group. But it's sour right now because we're I think we may have lost a really really good player for a while, and I don't know. The film looks like he's slips a little bit on a field that's recently laid down, and so it's just a little cloud right now. So it's a great win, really, but mostly our thoughts are with Lawrence right now. Hopefully, the news that we're getting is not true right now. That the knee is going to be okay, but we'll see. We'll see. It doesn't look good.
Coach, you mentioned a tough place to play. You're just the second team to win here at BMO Stadium this season, next to Columbus Crew. What does it mean to kind of come into this difficult place to play and find that win?
Well, I think we did it before, didn't we? Or didn't we do it last year?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
we
so
did do it last year,
I think there's some belief when we come here. But I think we'll see a different team next week. That has a week to work on us, and we have a week to work on them. It's a little bit of a strange dynamic playing back to back. So we'll both go back and look at the film and see what went well and see what went bad and try to fix those things and have another match in Houston. But again, proud of the guys. Really good response. I thought we played. The first half was a very, very high level, and second half, we had to suffer at times, which you have to do here, and set pieces were strong down the stretch, which was something we've been harping on and working on. Some really good performances. Nice for Ponce to score. That's always nice, and of course, Anali came in and I think did what we're hoping he was going to continue to do for the next year and a half. But again, that's we'll see.
Yeah, and on those two players, the two new signings getting the goals here, does that kind of give you the confidence that you found those attacking pieces you need to be a contender this season?
Well, we had faith that we could contend, without those players. But this is a league where you got to move forward and just always try to get better. And we did it in Ponce, and we did it with Anali. But again, we'll see. Anali's been great, physical. You could tell he's really finding his niche with the team, and each game he's building these relationships, and just goals help. Goals help new number nines, and he's got a few now, and we just got to keep plugging away with that. Gives us a vertical threat. He's dangerous in the box, but he's also now figuring out how to come underneath and combine with some of these players and be a supportive player from a higher position. So I'm really happy with him.
You mentioned that kind of, sorry, just one last one. You mentioned that kind of back-to-back. What kind of challenges does that pose in last season? You obviously did the double in that back-to-back over LAFC. What do you need to kind of do to make that happen again?
Well, we'll have to be at our best. And things happen quickly against LAFC. They can come from their end to your end quicker than anybody in this team. So the focus that you need to play against them is it must be at an extremely high level. Alarm bells always are going off as you're attacking and making sure you're putting out fires, rest defending, repressing. All this stuff is so critical against a team like this, and for the most part we did a good job on it, and we'll have to be even better when we get back to Houston.
Coach, in terms of the effort that the team has done to strengthen the attack in this moment, just what does that say, that the push that you guys want to have and the goals to finish the season strong?
Well, tonight was about a response from losing a home game, and we're still working on fixing the home form. You know, we want to win every time when we're in our building, and that hasn't been the case this year. But fortunately for us, we've had some road warrior mentality, and we've been able to pick up points. And sometimes it's not good at home, so again, some of the concentration and responses have been on the road, and that's a good quality, because if we didn't, we'd be much lower in the table. But a big win, again, against a very good team.
In general picture, when we talk about veterans, leaders, and talking about Hector, just the way he has solidified himself in the league with the team, what has that evolution been like, and him being a part of the organization?
It's been wonderful working with him. We have our moments, but I love him, and I think deep down he loves me. And so I think that's always a good starting point when there's a mutual respect there and there is love. If that's the foundation, I think you can get a lot done. On top of that, he's special. He's an incredible player. That's why he's been in World Cups and has played at the highest level. He's an elite athlete, and the way he pulls the strings for us is not something you can coach. This is something that he does, and the others come with him, and their confidence grows because he's such a special player, and he's fun to play with. These guys really enjoy him, and Artur's relationship is incredible. I thought Amin Bassi and Sebastian Kowalczyk had great games today too. So that core, that nucleus in the middle was really sharp tonight.
I will go to Zoom for a few. Jorge, go ahead.
Hey, Coach.
Jorge.
Congratulations on the win. When you look at the stats, the numbers, nearly an even game, but as always, you guys dominate in possession, and you sneak away with those 3 points. Just overall, what's the feeling when you sneak away with those points like so?
I don't know if we snuck away with points today, Jorge. So I wouldn't say, yeah. I don't know if we snuck them today. Believe me, I've snuck some games, and I know what that feels like. I thought we played well overall, and again, you're always going to have to make some saves and defend the box and be gritty in the defensive third at times against a team of this caliber. But I thought it was a pretty impressive game from our crew, and now the trick is to put it behind us and take on the challenge of playing a more rested LA team that comes into our building next week.
Correct, Coach. Just to clarify, sunk away as in terms of.
I'm just busting your chops, Jorge. Stop.
Not yet. Like I said, LAFC is going to be well rested, and you guys face them again. Just what do you expect? You put this game aside and focus on the next one.
Yeah, I think I expect them to have more energy, a little bit more bite, because we just beat them. And I expect them to throw some wrinkles because they watch the film. But we've got some film watching of our own, so I look forward to the game. It should be a good one. It's always fun. I think our fans are excited to come out and put good numbers in the stands for us, so we can have some energy in the building. Hopefully it's a little bit hot, and we'll go from there.
Seba Kowalczyk puts on a good performance today. Kovar Pereskia, comes back from injury, hasn't featured since Leagues Cup. Just overall, your thoughts on both of them and how much of a headache it causes for you when you make these lineup changes.
Yeah, Coco was. This is his first game back, and you could tell he looked a little rusty at first, but then he played himself into the game, and we know what Coco gives us. Sebastian Kowalczyk was, for me, as good as anybody on the field, and he's been asking for more minutes, and I thought the game. We as a staff thought the game. This one suited him, and he didn't disappoint us.
Thank you, Coach. Safe travels.
All right, Dustin, go ahead.
Hey Ben,
Hey, Dustin.
hey, you and Pat have talked about building this roster up of guys that are winners and can bounce back. How big is that for you as a coach? Like you mentioned, it losing at home last week, but now coming to LA, getting this win.
It was a moody week. I'm not gonna lie, and players, staff. It was just we knew Toronto was a big game for us, in particular taking on LA over the next two, and at home, we're not particularly pleased with our form there either. So, so you talk about responding and making sure that we have the right mentality. It helps to kind of turn that mentality, and now you're going into LA to focus, and our team ends up more times than not playing better when we play teams that are quote unquote a little sexier. The glitz and glamour and the LA and the big names here, our players love that. So they tend to play up to that level, and that is part of experience and guys that understand how to play at a really high level. So we were up for it. I do listen. I've been in their shoes at times where the schedule is packed and you are you're playing, you're recovering, you're playing. You don't prepare for us maybe as much as we've been able to prepare for them all week because they've had Open Cup and Leagues Cup, and they've had a very busy run. So there was a little bit of fatigue from them for sure. I'm not discounting that at all, that we didn't play the best version of LAFC. So, but I don't care about that. You have to take advantage in this league of moments where you have a team. We've been in situations on the other side. So now it'll be interesting to see, when they get fresh and come to our house. That'll be a different test for us, but one we, as always, look forward to.
Thanks, Ben.
All right, we'll wrap it up with Sam. Sam, go ahead.
Hi Ben.
Hi, Sam.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thanks.
Huge win. Not only the team won, but they kept a clean sheet against these high-powered LAFC teams. What would you say is the key to the team defensive success tonight?
I mentioned it before. Bawanga. They're just the way they come at you is so quick. So it ends up being such a concentration battle the entire game as we attack, how we can be positioned and balanced to make sure we're putting out transition moments, or we're in good spots and further transition moments. And then it's about, can the guys, when we do have the ball and when we are in their half, can we repress and can we have good reactions to the game to not allow the perfect pass to Bawanga. So it's twofold, and there was times we failed and we got caught and Steve made a save, or someone made a last-ditch effort. It's just what comes with a very, very good team that will allow you to have the ball, and but they understand where the space is, and they understand, or they're just so talented at getting from one end to the other, and then they have high-quality players. So we'll see. Well, that's I think maybe that was I give us a B+ on that on the night. And that's sometimes good enough.
B+, you may mention that tonight's win is a response of the 1-0 home defeat to Toronto, and you call your team road warriors mentality. I love that. Then how do you reconcile the away form and the home form? Looking at some points have been dropped at home and the team have taken massive points on the road.
Yeah, I think it's some of the details that we deal with in a better way than we do at home. I think sometimes at home the game comes easier to us, and that comfortable nature at home is a dangerous thing. But we're still playing well at home. Again, it's teams teams also play us differently in our building than they do in their building sometimes. So we'll keep working at it. It's not terrible, our home record. We're in the mix. So we have a bunch of chances here to continue to remedy that situation at home, and it's one we're addressing. We've talked quite a bit about it, probably too much. And again, some of the attention to detail, some of the set pieces have let us down and we've dropped some points.